This is a certified hood classic.
We're getting ready to watch embarrassing dumb ways people have died, man. We over on the kick right now. We are live right now. What's up, where?
Macho Man's downfall.
Macho Man, how much do you want to bet he a YouTuber, bro? Rest in peace.
We all know a guy who cares more about seeming like the manliest man than his own personal safety. But for one unfortunate fellow from Pato Branco, Brazil, wanting to appear tough resulted in the opposite effect, and ultimately, his demise.
What happened though, bro?
The 48-year-old climbed into bed one night. He felt a sudden twinge of pain on his leg. Pulling back the sheets, he spotted a Brazilian brown spider.
Hell no! Burn the bed. Burn the room. Burn the house. Burn me if it's on it. I don't give a damn. I'm not wrestling, tussling with no damn spider. That's one of them motherfuckers you need a security guard for. Hell no. I'm not wrestling no damn spider. I'm smacking the shit. A book, a bottle, a TV. I'm smacking the shit out that spider.
Upon being joined in bed uninvited, had bitten him. These little critters might not look as scary as some of our planet's other arachnids, but their venom packs a seriously painful punch. If left untreated, Brazilian brown spider bites can lead to infections and serious health problems.
So he let it get infected.
Despite the intense pain, the other symptoms weren't so obvious.
Imagine, like, passing away, 0 HP, from some shit like this, and you end up on a YouTube video with your face like a South Park character twitching around, a nigga with a monotone making fun of you, and a black ass nigga that they ain't retwist his dreads and what looks like going on 5 years, half Jamaican, half American, really just American. That nigga look Jamaican, talking shit about you. Like, this is horrible. Why are we watching this? It was y'all. It was Joe Biden.
Not that he paid his symptoms any mind anyway, as despite his family's insistence, he refused to get the bite checked out by a doctor. Within a matter of days, however, his body had begun to swell up, his legs became virtually unresponsive, and his kidneys began to fail. By the time he finally put his ego aside, it was too late. He died in the hospital, leaving behind a clear lesson to all macho men.
You can outmuscle many things in life, brother, but a venomous spider bite ain't one of them.
Bro, you tried to alpha male through a spider bite, man. Fuck it, call me whatever you want. I'm going to the hospital, nigga. And I don't even go to the hospital. You know, as Americans, not even black people, as Americans, we can't afford to get sick. Matter of fact, I take that back. That nigga was American. We can't afford to be sick, bro. You can't afford to go to the hospital. You go one doctor visit will ruin your whole credit and life forever, bro. Damn.
Gnarly bail, dude. There's nothing wrong with being a thrill seeker, just as long as the thrills you seek aren't laced with total stupidity. Unfortunately, the thrills this next Darwin Award recipient sought out contained lethal doses of idiocy,
I don't know,
far exceeding the government's daily recommendations of a single spoonful.
Hey,
While
be safe,
hitting the slopes
Discoverer.
of Bogus Basin in Idaho, one snowboarder decided the allocated ski areas just weren't exciting enough, and decided to up the thrill factor in a supremely stupid way. Without taking any precautions to check for traffic, he decided to attempt to jump over the main road leading to the top of the mountain. Unfortunately, this particular road happened to be in regular use, but the bird-brained boarder attempted to clear it anyway. But when the trick proved to be an utter failure, the snowboarder didn't just have the embarrassment to contend with. He also had the SUV coming directly at him with no time to react and nowhere to swerve to worry about. But he didn't have...
So it must have been one of those situations where it happened immediately. Like, it had to be one of those situations where he jumped that shit, didn't jump that shit, failed, got stuck, and the car was already coming fast as hell.
For too long because he wasn't wearing a helmet, and the impact the SUV made was so severe it killed him almost instantly. Gnarly.
We like to think.
Holy moly. There are many things that can go wrong in a burglary attempt. The homeowners might catch you in the act. There might be an angry Doberman with a taste for burglars waiting for you inside.
Bro, let me ask y'all questions. These dogs, I know, aren't these the race dogs? No, these ain't race dogs. Are these mugs really that lethal? I guess because people be talking about Dobermans for a long time. They'll be putting these motherfuckers on security the Scooby Doo. That is Scooby.
You might even fall through the ceiling
That's
24
Scooby-Doo
feet
dumb
to the
cousin.
floor below. Well, that last one is a little less likely, but it's exactly
dang.
what happened to one burglar in Nevada in 2019. While trying to cut himself an entry point into the roof of a hair salon in Carson City, he lost his footing, falling straight into the hole he'd just made. With the ceiling being over 20 feet high, as he fell, the burglar must have been hoping he'd land in the comfort of a barber's chair rather than on an upturned pair of scissors. But neither outcome occurred, as instead he crashed straight down onto the cold, hard floor and was killed instantly. Needless to say,
Wait a minute. Wait. Why? What hair salon with a ceiling 20 feet high? Where the hell are you going to get your shit cut? In a damn grocery store, nigga? Nigga went to Walmart to get his shit cut. Why are you in a hair salon? Why are you breaking in the shit? What are you gonna steal, you dumb motherfucker? Some hair grease? Some clippers? This nigga was cutting his booty hair.
there are better ways to get a free haircut, and none of them involve cutting holes in ceilings.
You're stupid.
Having a blast. There are many ways a person can annoy their neighbors when living in a small apartment complex. Loud music, annoying pets, and parties are the usual problems. But for an apartment block in Tiraspol, Moldova, one problematic neighbor made a bang that was more than just noisy. On a quiet afternoon in February 2019, residents of the apartment complex were suddenly met with an almighty boom. As glass exploded out from one apartment window into the street below,
that was Payne ass, bro. That was Payne coming to take over the hidden leaf, nigga. He didn't automatically push y'all
emergency
ass.
services were called to investigate. When police arrived, the apartment block's gas was shut off, as it was initially assumed a gas leak had caused the explosion. But as the police began to piece the mystery together, a gas explosion was quickly ruled out in favor of something much more ridiculous. It turned out the owner of the apartment in which the explosion had occurred was somewhat of a military.
Okay, all right. I thought it was gonna be on some shit that this nigga didn't lit one of his farts on fire and blew up this damn
enthusiast. He had a large assortment of weapons in his room, including grenades, and had somehow managed to set one off while perusing his collection. The blast from the hand grenade obliterated his apartment, but miraculously left the rest of the complex largely untouched. Unsurprisingly, though, the grenade-toting apartment owner himself was very much dead when the police arrived.
Are you stupid?
Not even once.
Are you stupid?
Felt cute. Might delete myself. Certain people.
Bro, you know what? And that, real quick, that's this dumbass shit that I be talking. Right? My thing is, whether you in the military or not, shout out to all my people, all my veterans, the people in the military, active military. I appreciate you. And by the way, firefighters, anybody that's in service, I appreciate you. Thank you for your service, no matter what you do. EMT workers especially. But when it comes to just the military and the vets, please, bro, do not keep active live rounds and grenades in your house, bro. Like, just stop. Just stop. Just stop. And here another damn thing. At the end of the damn day, bro, not only don't do that shit, but don't keep that shit in an apartment complex, bro. Are you stupid?
Go to great lengths nowadays for the perfect Instagram photo opportunity. After all, how are people going to know how much fun their lives
Maybe
are
sometime later, bro.
All over social media?
But send it to me.
Sarcastic though my tone may be, this mindset is very much real for some folk. And what's more, desperation for a great pic at any cost has forcibly removed a select few from the gene pool in recent years. One such case happened to a student at Fordham University in New York back in 2019. Late one night, she and her friends had the not-so-bright idea to climb an off-limits clock tower on campus, hoping to snap a few Insta-worthy pics at the top. But whether it was the excitement of a photo op or just the darkness of the evening, during the ascent, the student made a fatal mistake. Somehow, she managed to fall out of an open alcove and over the edge, plummeting to the lower roof of the building. With serious injuries sustained from her fall, she died shortly afterwards. She did reportedly manage to snap a few pics before falling, but she never even got to share them with the world.
Bruh, bro, you fell from a long ass height. You fell from a long ass height, and then at the end of the day, you fall on the goddamn bricks. Bro, get the fuck on, bro. How you fall, bro? How you fall from off the damn top onto some damn bricks? Just stop,
Worth it?
bro. Come on now.
Unless those pics ever get released, we'll never know for sure. But I'm betting on a firm no. Ride of your life. Some idea.
My bad. I gotta give my boy a little shine, bro. My bad. God damn, nigga. What is this? My boy, yo, bro. What you king of the pill, nigga? What the fuck? This nigga said, man, fuck your cheap Keith wanna be looking, chicken chopping down dickily do, knuckle sandwich. This nigga, you know what, bro? I can never argue with a nigga that say knuckle sandwich, pine. This nigga, what are you, Timmy Turner? Apple juice, cream juice, backer juice, giant shake, birthday cake, large fried chocolate shake. That's your motherfucking rap, ain't it? I can't never argue with a nigga that say knuckle sandwich in a diss. Pineapple, jank and juicy, jerkle. Come on, bruh. If you rap like you talk, if that was your best insult, and you rap like that, nigga, bruh, I don't want to hear that bullshit. I don't want to hear that damn, bro. I don't want to hear that fucking bullshit. What the fuck? That cock-a-doodle-doo ass rap, nigga. I don't want to hear that bullshit. Nigga, the first time you turn on this nigga song, the first thing you hear is ha 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 ha. I don't want to hear that bullshit. This nigga up here rhyming cock-a-doodle rhymes on that bullshit. I don't want to hear it. Don't get mad at me because I don't want to hear that shit.
The idea was brought to life in the city of Zevenaar in the Netherlands in June 2020. In the city of Zevenaar.
Take that shit to Disney, nigga. I don't want to hear that kids bop ass shit. Take that shit back to Disney, bitch. You gonna take it to Disney, bitch.
Ride of your life. Some ideas
that's that
are
nigga
so
right
dumb,
there. That's
that
yo
just
bro
hearing
right
about
there.
them makes you feel slightly less intelligent. One such idea was brought to life in the city of Zevenaar in the Netherlands in June 2020. A young man and his friend, perhaps after watching the televised antics of Johnny Knoxville, Bam Margera and co., decided to tie a shopping cart to a car and go for
You
a
stupid,
ride.
bro. Come on
Clearly
now, man.
pulling the short straw, one of them clambered into the cart, while the other took the much less treacherous role of driver. As the engine roared into life, the cart rider hesitantly stood up in his humble chariot and prepared to feel the wind in his hair. While
Bro,
he
what
was
is this?
reportedly able to engage in this unconventional style of surfing for a little while, it wasn't long before the cart began to lose stability. Before he knew it, the shopping cart tamer was buckarooed right off, traveling at a significant speed, and landed in a crumpled heap on the
Damn.
tarmac, dying instantly. I
Damn,
could
bro.
never condone
Rest in peace, bro. I'm up here laughing and shit, but I'm just like, why would you do that, bro? What would possess you to do? I mean, I guess you had to be bored. These niggas have to be bored. They gotta be bored, man. They gotta be bored. He said, you gonna take it to Disney, bitch. Quizzy 2025. That's my slogan. That I'm running for office.
partaking in a joyride of this kind, but if you're dumb enough to insist, at least wear a helmet and protective gear, because as this guy learned in the split second before his annihilation, high speeds, tarmac, and human faces are not a pleasant mix. Is this thing loaded? In June 2020, an incident of such outrageous stupidity occurred, it would seem more at place in a
Damn.
wacky cartoon than in real life. At a birthday celebration in the town of Shahapur in the Indian state of Maharashtra, a 28
I feel like you know what? This may be because I'm American, but for some reason in my head, I feel like he just made that up. Like, I don't know why. Just because I don't get out of the country much, and I know that people around the world just gonna say dumbass American, but I feel like that nigga just made that up.
At a birthday celebration in the town of Shahapur in the Indian state of Maharashtra,
Yeah, no, it's just like you made that up. and Maharajor and Miss Anuka Miss Araba. I don't know what you just said, but I feel like you made that up.
28-year-old man decided to take a look through the party host's belongings.
He's lying.
Finding what was quite obviously a very real revolver and mistaking it for a toy,
this nigga
he
hands.
jokingly pointed it at himself. Sensing no danger whatsoever and committed to the gag, he pulled the trigger. As
What? What the? Wait, what? Wait. Okay. This is yo, bruh. This a dumb nigga like this, bruh.
jokingly pointed it at himself. Sensing no danger.
How is that even funny though? Bro did it for the funny. This shit wasn't even funny, even if it didn't do nothing. You know what? I'm not even.
Whatsoever and
I'm
committed
not.
to the gag, he pulled the trigger. As a gunshot cut through the fun atmosphere of the party, guests poured in from other rooms and saw the aftermath.
Everybody got to go home after
The
that.
guests were left shocked and disturbed by the incident and were forced to confront 3 very important lessons. Firstly, if you own guns, don't leave them lying around loaded when you throw a party. Secondly,
Always expect the gun to be loaded, even if you checked it. If you take your eyes off of it, if you go into another room, expect that motherfucker is loaded, even if you're the only one in the house. Expect it's loaded. Always expect that shit.
don't invite people to your party with less than 3 brain cells. And thirdly, even if you suspect a gun to be fake, never hold it up to yourself and open fire before you've double, triple, and quadruple checked with the owner. Treat
Come
every gun like it's
on.
loaded. Otherwise, at the very least, you may ruin a perfectly good party. And nobody.
What if he didn't ruin the party? What if they just kept going? Like the music stopped, they're like, let's keep this party going. Dun, 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 dun. I'm like, damn, that's fucked
Nobody
up,
likes a
man.
party pooper.
That's a party, though. Party got to keep going.
Rapid exit. Every once in a while, in the process
No, I
of
would not do that.
accidentally removing themselves from the gene pool in spectacularly embarrassing ways, people actually end up saving lives. For one unlucky man from Somalia,
damn.
though, saving lives was far from his intention, yet he somehow managed it anyway.
Cocoa
The man
bean
in
head
question
ass.
boarded a commercial flight from Abdinati International Airport in Mogadishu, Somalia on February 2nd, 2016.
Yeah, I could tell that nigga from Somalia. I could tell, bruh. At this point, just cut it off. You know, like, I'm just saying it's not a bad thing. You know, think we all got funny shaped heads. You know, but this nigga got the motherfucking what's that YouTuber name, bro? What's the YouTuber name that got this shit? That got this fat ass head, bro? Oh, KSI. Yes, that nigga, bro. Yes, Orlando, goddamn. Cruise ship on your shit, bro. Like, goddamn.
With diabolical intentions.
Black Sea
His
on your
plan, it
shit.
seemed, had been to smuggle a laptop on board, which was fitted with a bomb and detonated mid-flight, bringing the plane crashing down. He succeeded in getting the bomb past security, and shortly after takeoff, prepared for everyone on board's fiery demise.
Fat head ass. Now I'm on your big fat head ass, boy. Get your battery head ass, boy. Ugly ass, boy. One of them round batteries head ass, boy. Thumb head ass, nigga, man.
The
Ugly
terrorist
ass.
detonated his device, and it exploded according to plan. But in a shocking and admittedly kind of hilarious turn of events, he blew a hole
exploded
in
his
the
pants.
side of the plane right next to him, which sucked him straight out into the open air. While a couple of other people were injured, no passengers died, and the plane turned around and landed safely back at the airport. All the while, the world's unluckiest terrorist was treated to a nice flight of his own, straight down to the ground at terminal velocity.
Oh
What
my
was left of
God.
him was later scraped off the road near Mogadishu, in about as dignified an ending as he deserved.
Oh, damn, bruh.
Hammer time.
Woo.
When it
Don't see. This is the shit that pissed me off, bro. Don't die in a dumbass way, and then a YouTuber hammer time, bruh. Have some respect.
went out, hit it with a hammer. That's the approach one man from the commune of Bultati in Romania
my
seemed to
leg,
take to
okay.
life. At least it's the approach he took when investigating a mysterious metal object he found while exploring the fields near his home. As you can hopefully understand, a hammer is far from the perfect investigative tool for such a purpose. But unfortunately, not everyone is fortunate to have the baseline level of common sense you and I take for granted. The metal object in question was a rusty cylinder that looked something like this, which even at first glance should have begun to ring a few alarm bells in his head. But those alarm bells remained silent, and the air was soon filled with other noises instead. First, the sound of metal on metal, as he took the object back to his home workshop and gave it an investigatory whack with his hammer. Then, the sound of an explosion.
This nigga was hitting the IED, bro, and he didn't even know, bro. What, this is, you think this is AI, bro?
Because the object he'd found and proceeded to hammer was a very old, but still very much active, bombshell from a past battle on Romanian soil. With all the grace and decorum of someone trying to tie their shoes with a jackhammer, the man was blown to smithereens in the most literal sense of the phrase. He wasn't a bright spark in life.
That nigga was like, and a 1, and a 2. That nigga, like on that Rick and Morty shit, bro, when they was twisting that thing, and a 1, and a 2, and then he blew theyself up, bro. That's crazy,
but
man.
He certainly was in death.
Rest in peace,
Light
bro.
refreshment. What's your favorite food? Pizza, pasta, sushi, barbecue.
What's y'all favorite food,
yours
y'all?
Down in the comments below. But whatever yours is, I'm sure you take great pleasure in eating it. And why wouldn't you? Food is great,
pizza.
But it's more than that. It's essential for our continued survival.
Oh, look at that little
Most
baby.
people never forget this fact of life, but one Swiss woman chose to, well, simply ignore it when she ventured forth on an incredibly questionable spiritual journey back in 2011. After watching a documentary about an Indian guru who allegedly survived for 70 years consuming no food, living off sunlight alone, the woman decided to try her hand at the challenge. Now, you might be thinking, but what if the documentary was lying? And you'd be right to do so, because that tale was almost certainly little more than a myth, or at the very least, an exaggeration.
That's why you don't just do shit that you see on the internet, bro, or on TV. That's why they had to put disclaimers. These stunts were performed by professionals. You don't need to do it, because there's some dumb motherfucker at home that say, I'm gonna do what I see Bugs Bunny do, and I'm gonna jump off a bridge. It's like, why are you trying to be Bugs Bunny? Why are you trying to call the number that you saw in the movie Scream? That shit, 555-645. Like, why are you doing this? Why are you trying to do this? Sometimes it's good to just watch something and see it and be like, damn, that was interesting, and just not do it. Like, you don't have to do everything you see,
the whole idea goes against every shred of evidence biological science presents us with. But what does science matter when you have faith, right? Well, that's the viewpoint this woman adopted, and she decided to stop eating and drinking altogether. When that proved too tough, she began drinking water again, but continued to resist food. After a few weeks of the practice, she was found in her apartment dead of starvation. It shouldn't need to be said, but no matter how much you believe otherwise, the human body needs food to keep living. Once your body runs out of food, it begins digesting itself. Eventually, this stops the vital organs from functioning, and death soon follows. If there's a legitimate way to get around it, the scientific world is yet to see compelling evidence of it. One thing that is certain, though, is that this Swiss woman's death was a failed
Bro, why is this picture of her, bro? Just stop.
attempt to make a somewhat pointless statement. But anyway, is anyone else feeling hungry all of a sudden?
No, nigga.
Big Bad Birdie. Despite what you might believe, dinosaurs still exist. Not in the form of giant T-Rexes, granted, though their current forms can be just as scary. Case in point, this bizarre creature known as a cassowary.
Oh, hell no, bruh. You ain't gotta worry. I ain't fucking with no damn cassowary.
Found across
you ain't gotta worry about
northeastern Australia, it's one of the largest birds on Earth, reaching up to 6 feet tall and weighing as much as 130 pounds.
Damn, that's a big ass bird.
If you don't believe my dinosaur claim, just check out their claws.
Damn.
Yeah, right? Well, it's those 4-inch long claws that make up the focal point of this next tale of one man's unfortunate, yet avoidable, demise. While cassowaries are certainly fascinating to look at, they are known for being incredibly territorial. This is something one Florida man should have.
You ain't gotta worry about me being in your territory. As soon as I see your dumb ass, I'm going the other way. If we was planning on camping, we going out to eat now. If we was planning on going home, we going to a hotel now. That's it. You got the house, bro. If I got my gun, you don't got the house. But if I got you got the house.
Considering he bred them on his property near Gainesville. But for reasons unknown, one day the breeder let his guard down while walking in the enclosure housing one of his cassowaries. In a stroke of misfortune, he fell, and seeing an opportunity to attack, the cassowary leapt forth with those dagger-like claws. Had the breeder been smart like this guy, he would have taken something into the enclosure to put between the bird and himself in the event of an attack. Anything to absorb some of the powerful kick's impact, and most importantly, keep those claws away from his vulnerable body would have made all the difference.
Bro, my thing is, why do you even have that thing captured, bro? Like, I just, like, you're feeding it every day, like, for what? What is this, a zoo? This must have been a zoo. It had to be a zoo, bro.